Oh, they do it all. We do it every week. Whatever's easiest.
Johnny Carson.
But Marcel, I remember seeing Marcel on Carson. Yeah, let's just do it. All right. Okay. 3, 2. Alan, stop it. He's talking in my ear the entire time. He said, I'm just going to keep talking in your ear. All right, 3, 2. You know, the Mediterranean diet is one of the hottest diets there is. Things like hummus, olive oil, feta cheese, cucumber salad come to mind, but there is a lot more to it than that. And Carol Cottrill, our old friend, is back. Yep. And when I say old, I didn't mean that. Don't get upset.
Thanks.
We were talking about birthdays off the air. I've got to be careful there.
You sure do.
All right. So let's talk about the Mediterranean diet. Why is it so hot right now?
Well, because science just came out and proved it to be the healthiest diet out there. They actually stopped the research early because it was so compelling.
You never hear that.
Exactly. For a longer life, a slimmer body, the Mediterranean diet is it.
And this is a region of the world where people have been looking and trying to figure that out for quite a long time, right?
Exactly. And so any of the countries that border the Mediterranean Sea are a part of the Mediterranean diet. But it was actually quite a while ago, the study followed the Cretes and the way that they lived. And, this was a very mountainous region. Mm-hmm. And so there is that component of climbing the mountains with a donkey, going up the hill. They certainly weren't sedentary people like we are. So we have to factor that in too.
So what are the essentials of this diet?
Well, a lot of people think it's, cucumbers and feta cheese salads that you get at a Mediterranean restaurant, but it's much more than that. The staples of this diet are fruits and vegetables are dominating the plate. And when I say vegetables, that doesn't count potatoes. I mean, they're talking about vegetables other than that. Legumes and beans. Nuts are eaten once a week. Fish a couple times a week. No deli meats. Very rarely red meat. Very rarely dairy. And a little bit of wine. And not a lot of sugar, some dessert, but occasional, just a celebratory dessert.
Is it a low-fat diet? Because it doesn't sound like it.
It's a high-fat diet. Yeah. It's a high-fat diet, but the diet is coming from monounsaturated fat, so mostly from olive oil, avocado. That's the healthy fat. We've talked about that before on the show. The fats that come from nature are generally the healthy fats, and the ones that are invented in a science lab, not so much.
And you mentioned not being sedentary. With any diet, you have to combine it with some form of exercise, right?
Listen, the bottom line is eat less, move more.
There you go. There you go. Carol Cottrill, you always boil it down so well. We'll see you next time. Thanks.
Thank you.
You're good.
There you go.
We are good.
Yeah. Thank you for affirming it to us, though.
Okay, what color tie are you going to wear?
Stories, the president of Cyprus calling on that country to share the burden of solving its financial crisis. The nation's leaders agreed this week to make bank holders, big bank holders, and big depositors contribute to Cyprus' rescue. They need to raise money to secure an almost $13 billion bailout from Euro partners and the International Monetary Fund. Another training instructor found guilty in the sex scandal at Lackland Air Force Base in Texas. Tech Sergeant Jonathan Krosky convicted yesterday of having an unprofessional relationship with a training student. He was sentenced to 30 days confinement and his rank reduced to senior airman. 6 other instructors were convicted on charges in January. 15 more are still under investigation. And about 3 dozen Atlanta educators are now charged in one of the largest test score cheating scandals ever. Reports show the cheating began as early as 2001 and involved Atlanta's main test for elementary and middle schools. In 2011, special investigators reported cheating occurred in 44 schools and involved about 180 educators, including 38 principals. All right, spring is here, and as we start to talk more about what's cooking today, how about a picnic? How about get outside and enjoy a little cheese, maybe some wine? And our expert to talk about that, as usual, Chef Tonda from Tonda's Kitchen.
Hey there.
And soon, not just at events, you're going to have your own store, right?
I am going to have my own store very soon. It's going to be
La Femme de Fromage?
La Femme de Fromage is going to be opening in the new East End Market. That's going in Audubon Park, which is right in the hub of Central Florida. It's great. I've got everything going on. It's a nice new big culinary market that's opening. And
Getting ready to open a
awesome.
store. How are you this sane?
I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, I bet.
All this stuff that I've been working towards for a long time, and it's all kind of coming together.
Well, congratulations.